But yes, yeah. Okay. Welcome everyone for the wonderful afternoon session where we are going to talk about careers related to baking and the industry of baking. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm excited to introduce Ms. Roshni, who's a Chennai based entrepreneur, baker, mentor, educator, and who has turned a passion for baking into a lovely career. I take privilege in introducing her as a very cordial member of the family. She's actually my aunt. Don't go by the age. She's just few years elder to me, but still, I had to say this. And her journey is a story of hard work, perseverance, and growth. From overcoming challenges to building a thriving baking academy, she has inspired many aspiring bakers and entrepreneurs. Today, we will explore the career journey, the career of baking industry and the opportunities, challenges in the baking industries, and the lessons she has learned so that the students who have joined us can actually get a lesson from that. Please welcome me in joining her. Along with me is my co-host Priyanka. Priyanka, please say a few words about yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Saira. I'm delighted to be part of this wonderful conversation today and looking forward to an insightful discussion with our guest. So, welcome, Roshni.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
really wonderful to being with you all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just say a few words to our audience. We have a lot of students from your academy as well. So, Roshni, just tell a few words about yourself. I'll just start with the
So
first
basic,
question, probably. Yeah. Can you just share your journey from being a passionate baker to being an entrepreneur at a leading academy and what inspired you basically to take this path? Just introduce about yourself.
yeah, hi. So probably this journey, what I'm going through is something which I had not planned. And probably, it's when we plan things, it doesn't work. And this happened, actually what happened was I lost my father in 2000. And probably he was very close to me, and I was not able to get out of it. So I was just working with a lot of depression and all that. Then I had another, a very personal thing happened in my life, which made me even more low. So I just wanted to shift from Coimbatore and I took over Chennai. So that's how I came to Chennai. And probably I wanted to get out of all this. So I wanted to do something which would really, make me happy, and I would get out of all this. And I chose baking because I was a foodie, and I love pastries and all that. And when my dad was there, he used to get me a lot of ice creams and pastries and everything. So that was very close to my heart. And I went to a first class, and I remember still I went for a class that was 500 rupees in Araya. That was only for a chocolate making. So as in how I went, I developed a lot of interest. And it was something during the pandemic. It was like I needed to, I being a sole breadwinner of the family, I needed to keep going. So as everybody knows, the pandemic was something where this industry boomed from 10,
Polls, yes,
actually
10
it
polls.
boomed 10x, it boomed, and everybody were lockdown bakers. So probably after the lockdown, I had a very boom in my career, and my sons joined me. That was the greatest strength of my career. That was when I got to my second level. Then I had my academy in Mount Road and now in Kilpop, and we have it in Coimbatore as well. So that's how my journey started.
Wow. I mean, it has always been exciting to see you going through it, but hearing it from your mouth today, it's absolutely delight actually. And I remember even in her school time, she used to take her snack as a pastry. So that probably brought her into the pastry industry itself. Okay, nice to know. Okay, and when students think of baking, they often imagine owning a bakery or making cakes. What are the various other career opportunities are there in baking industry, and what do you think is more available these days?
See, probably when it comes to baking, people only think about, getting into making a home baker or going to many places, and they want to work as a chef. But apart from that, there are so many other things. Like you can have opportunities, like you can become a photo, you can make a like photo shoot, you can do that, and you can become a content writer. Then you
Right.
can actually is it audible?
Yes, 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 you are.
Yes, it is. It
Yes.
is.
Okay, okay. Okay. So you can become a content writer, then you can become a recipe developer, and you can do an R&D. So many things are there. And apart from that, more people are going towards they want to become an entrepreneur. So that's one of the strongest
Right,
point
right.
here. But apart from this, you have so many, and you if you are a man, you can get into the cruise also, and there you have a very wide opportunity and you're paid nicely. So many opportunities are there. You can become a food stylist, so many things.
Yeah, that is actually lovely to know. I mean, we just think that bakery is associated only with the bakery. You can set up a bakery or something like that.
Mm.
But just now you just told about so many other careers, like as good as food stylist or even photography in food. So that's a very nice career. I think many of the students, even though if they have a basic background of baking, they can get into something like this, right? Okay, and the scenario right now, social media makes baking careers look very creative and exciting. What does a typical day in the life of baking professional actually look like, and what skills, qualities are required to maintain in this field?
See, basically, when you want to know what is happening behind a day, you want to know what bakers go through. There is a lot of things. You have so many things that is on our pros and cons as well. Because when you are a baker, you get the utmost satisfaction of baking. That is what you do. You love doing it. That you get. And then as a baker, you get to build a brand, all that is there. But when it comes to real baking, there are so many other challenges which you face. Like you have to be on the feet for a very long time. Even my students, when they come for a day or two, they become very tired. They keep standing and they say, "Ma'am, my legs are paining." So I said, you have to, when you want something, you have to bear something that's obvious. So it's all that, and then you have supposingly you are into home orders and all, there are so many other challenges which you guys have to face, like inventory management and time management, all that is there. So it is not as simple as it looks like.
Right,
It
right,
looks like a
right.
piece of cake, but
Yeah.
it isn't like that.
Exactly. And not to forget those greasy utensils which you need to clean. Yeah.
That's very bad. Yeah, and the messy work also. And when you're doing it, no, the utensils part, and then you have to, maintain the table clean, all that. When I do, no, when I do class, I usually tell them, hygienic is very important here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. According to you, what was your biggest reward of building a career in baking as a professional baker, entrepreneur, or an educator? What was your best reward?
See, my reward was I got to do something which I really loved. That was something very satisfying me, and that was it was very it was like I was on the top of the world, and I got something which I did. And again, as I was very small, I was very introvert, and I never used to talk up, and I never used to get into the social gathering and all. For me, taking being a mentor was again a very challenging part, because I have to stand in front of them and make them understand all that was there. But again, as how I did, I started enjoying it, and it was something where I proved to the world that I could do something, because I was like, it was something very challenging in my life. It was something very personal. So to come out of this and to stand on my own, because this business was nothing I knew, I created on my own. So that was something at the utmost satisfaction I had, and that's it.
Yeah, probably that's the biggest reward, getting from zero to getting to the top. That's really a big thing.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Priyanka, take over the other questions.
Yeah. So, Rashni, let's talk about another important aspect about it. So, for a student who dream of starting their own bakery or food business, what are the most important lesson they should know before taking the leap?
See, basically, if you want to become an entrepreneur, apart from baking, you have to know there are so many other things like you need to know about the management, inventory management, you need to know about the time management, and you need to have patience, resilience. All these things matters a lot. It's
Mm-hmm.
not only the skill of baking skill that will lead to your entrepreneurship. So these are all the things attached to it, and probably I would tell my anybody who wants to start up their business to first test your market. If they want to do, they have a dream of becoming a baker or something like that, they can go in for a classes, and they
Mm-hmm.
can go to a lot of
Mm-hmm.
workshops and then start their career step by step. Because we see
Mm-hmm.
people, they dump all their money into one business, and they are not getting the returns, and it becomes a very hard for them to get going. So probably within
Mm-hmm.
3 months or 4 months they close the business. So I would say go
Yes.
step by step so that they can be the stability will be there throughout.
Very true. Market
Yeah.
research is
So
very important. Yes.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
completely agree with that. So, like, how is baking industry evolving with technology, social media, and changing consumer preference? So, what opportunities do you see for the next generation now?
See, probably when we were young, we didn't have the social media. Now the world is becoming modern and smart. And so we have so many opportunities like online platforms, food delivery platforms and all coming up, where you get, registered there. You get to meet so many new people, your customers or anybody. So see,
Hmm.
once you know people, that's not something which we want. If you have some customers through online platform, they should start trusting you. That's very important.
Yes.
And only when they trust you, they will come again and again. You can bring a customer once, but when the customer comes again and again, that is the biggest success of an entrepreneur. Okay.
Very
And
true.
then nowadays people are getting focused on health. So when it comes to health, they just want to get into the gluten free baking, and so many other things. But you have two sets. Set of people are becoming like this, one other set of people are getting into the fantasy world, like reels and everything. They just want to, when somebody puts a reel, they want to try it, and they are going into that. So probably it is up to like you need to decide on what you want to do. And the future of the industry is really good. Again, as I told you earlier, you have so many other futures, like getting into the crew, or becoming a food photographer, or getting in. You can even be a career consultant. You can get into this industry, and you can advise people who are getting into cards, because they don't know. People nowadays do all that. So you can be there is a big future, in fact.
Right, right. Yeah, we see many of
Yeah.
the bakers actually being consulted to even five-star hotels. So they just let them
Yes,
know that
yes.
what needs to be done.
Yes.
Right.
So that's a
Yes.
valuable insight, actually, for a student.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Roshni, if a student, if a student listening today is interested in baking but unsure whether to pursue it as a career, what first step would you recommend to explore the field and make an informed decision?
See, first, I would suggest the students to know the area of interest where they have. First, they need to analyze the area. See, baking is a huge world. So there are
Yeah.
so many things which you need to know about baking. Like if you want to become a chef, then you have to become, if you want to become a pastry chef, then you have to get specialized in the pastry. So first, analyze in which area you would like, and then start going in for the classes, go for some workshops, small ones. I'm not talking about 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh. You can just go because you don't know. You're not sure about what you want to do. So as in how you want to develop your interest, you can get into a small workshops, and then you can start doing homeworks on the net regarding what you are interested. You can get more informations, and then you can, take a step that is advisable. Because when you go into a big, you don't know what you want and you're taking a step that's huge will definitely not work. That's what my practical knowledge is.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you said, we have to go step by step and understand what actually suits you the best and then go ahead. Right. That
Yes,
makes
yes. You
sense.
have highlighted a very important aspect actually.
Yeah, probably that's what we generally wanted as baking as a career, and I think our students who have joined would have actually got the best out of it. And yeah, we are almost on the end of the session. Roshni, do you have any few words to your students?
Yeah, I usually tell my all students that when you've chosen a baking industry, that's very good because baking and fashion industry never dies, you know. So as in how you can see every nook and corner you have a baker, but it's all about what you are into. Like if you are giving a good quality product, then you will have a set of customers there. So probably if you are getting into it, you can do it very confidently because this industry is something you need to keep getting updated on the latest trends. So it's very interesting, it's very creative, and you enjoy doing it as well as you will earn a lot. So probably when you are into a baking, I would suggest two things. Don't compromise on quality and hygiene. These are two important things because quality, if you
Yes.
give, you will get a quality output, and hygiene being into a food industry is very important. So I would request and I would even tell my students. I usually do that in classes. I make them understand all this. So and if anybody wants to choose the career, you're most welcome because this career will give you a lot of income. You can even earn 1 lakh per month. It is about all the resilience and hard work you give.
Very true, very true. That was beautiful, Roshni. And I'm sure everybody have got the best message out of this podcast. It was wonderful having you over here. And I'll just say a few words. She runs a academy called Baking Tag, which operates from Coimbatore and Chennai. And they also have a couple of carts, which is called Sherry's in Chennai again. So if anybody is watching this, please go and visit her and have a nice time. Thank you all for joining here. I would request you all to on your cameras so that we can have a group
Yeah,
photo.
please.
Students, please, if you don't mind, can you please on the cameras?
And Roshni, it was really pleasure having you with us.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for yeah, thank you for your time.
And Saira, I would personally tell you're doing a great job
Thank you so
because
much.
I know you're doing something. I didn't know what you were exactly doing. And so probably it's a very good you've done a startup. So keep
Thank you.
going and you will definitely reach your heights. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
were
Yeah,
the
thank
inspiration,
Thank you.
actually. Yeah, I'll just take a pen.
I know
thank
you
you.
said this long back also, but I was really very happy when you told me because that was something very compliment which I couldn't even forget. Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank you, thank you. In
Thank
this way,
you.
actually, we are helping a student to take the informed decision. Actually, if they know
Okay.
directly to about the career, no, it is easier for them to take the decision.
Yeah, very true, very true. But actually, we even give counseling also. So if anybody wants a counseling or they want any,
Yeah. I'm sure
sorry,
after
if
this session,
anybody
we will have
wants,
inquiries. So definitely I'll route it to you.
uh, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much. It
everyone
was
for
really
joining
my
us all.
pleasure.
Yeah, same here, same here. And Rahila, thank you for being here. It was great having you as well. Thank you. See
Okay.
you. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Bye.